I thought for this video I would do a flip through of my May pages in my hobonichi. I've not done a flip through on the channel before, I don't think. It was also really a tough week for me this week, like literally a week from hell. And since May was a fun time, I figured I'd show you what I got up to. And since I collect memories, like we may as well relive them. So yeah, let's flip through my May pages in my hobonichi. I also need to refill my fountain pen. We are barely hanging on there, but there's still ink, so I'm just considering trying a new ink color. I doubt I would be successful because I don't like change. So yeah, there's that. So if you're like, oh, why is your pen empty? It's not. There's a little bit of ink there, and we will use it until it runs out. Okay. I also changed like my journaling approach only like ever so slightly, and I've moved away from the very structured style that I normally do. This is mostly due to me hating this paper, but we won't go into that again, or I won't subject you to my rants again. So starting off, this was a holiday for me, so I had the day off work. It's always weird having a Thursday off work because you still have to go to work on Friday, and I didn't take Friday off either. So you'd still have to go to work on Friday, and then there's the weekend. So it's kind of like not much you can really do with the 1 day break. So yeah, I just did a bit of journaling backlog. I think I filled in some of my April pages, and I just chilled really. There was nothing much to do, nothing of any interest either. I did stick in this really funny picture that I saw on Instagram, and I enjoyed the colors and the little bits of deco that kind of matched the pink hues of the picture. Yeah, I think I showed this in my journal with me, so I won't spend too much time here. This was when I was rereading Manacled, so I stuck in like some of my Harry Potter washi stickers here, and I found this picture of Tumblr, which is a castle, and it's like literally so Malfoy manacled, so I had to stick this in here. Yeah, just basically worked and read Manacled, continued that over reading on to Saturday, and I went with the same kind of color palette on this day as well because I literally just spent most of the day reading, so I didn't have much to write, so I just needed to fill up the space. Also, some Tamagotchi news, which were being leaked and discussed on the subreddit, so that was fun to be a part of and speculate. I still did not finish reading Manacled, like to this day. Each time I get close to the end, I stop reading because I just don't want it to end. So yeah, that's that. Here I just here I was starting to watch Euphoria. I've never watched it before, and I wanted to see what it was about. It's definitely not for me. I didn't like Rue very much, nor her storyline. It felt a bit boring to me, so I did skip through that, especially when you compare it to the complete mess and love triangle that's unfolding in the story. So also, I think I'm also too old to be watching that show, so it definitely, I don't think it's for me, and I don't foresee myself continuing with it, but it was a fun time and it was good to watch at that time. Oh, and here's just a sticker for my lunch. It's not aesthetic, like it absolutely is not the vibe, but the shape was appropriate for the space, and I didn't have anything else to write in here. On this day, I received my Pop Mart delivery, which is always exciting. And here I just stuck in the picture I have of Tiny Tiny, which was one of my pulls, and I was really lucky because this was one of the pulls I wanted. So to have gotten her on my first pull was like all my luck had run out on that. I knew it. I also recorded a video on this day, and yeah, that's it. I think it was my journal with me that I recorded on this day. This day is literally lost. Like, I have no recollection of anything that happened on the 6th. Basically, it doesn't exist in my mind for some reason. And so I had to stick in something on this page just because I had nothing else to do with it. I could have left it blank, but I thought just staring at a blank page would just be this gaping hole. So I just filled it with this picture that I already had. This is a picture from in my old book with my Tamagotchi, and I just stuck in this my Harry Potter washi with a sticker just to match the pink that's in the picture. Here I finally set up my Hirono collection, and I also redid my desk. So my desk has a new setup and I really love it. It was a fun day for me that I got to like obsess over the placement of my little figurines and rearrange my desk into a way that I enjoy looking at it. And yeah, so I just took a picture of the final setup and stuck that in here, and I'm really pleased with how it turned out. Not much happened. I think it was kind of one of those off days where all I did was just work and I just wasn't in the mood. I also had back issues, so I do have a little icon dot to indicate that I've um, taken medication. I do like how I decorated this page though, even though the image doesn't really correlate to the daily events. I did just have this picture in my little collection that I keep, and this is a picture from a thumbnail I did of one of my December daily videos. And yeah, I just stuck that in there and I like how I decorated it. Yeah, nothing really notably interesting about this day at all. Moving on, there was a new Tamagotchi Nano announcement for a Snoopy collaboration, which I am excited for. I absolutely love Snoopy, and I just got the Hirono Snoopy collaboration. I'll insert a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. But I wasn't able to pre-order this from Japan, so I missed out on that, and I'm kind of hoping for a Western release so I can pick one up. With all the hype surrounding this announcement, I decided to bite the bullet and finally place my order for the Tamagotchi Angel, which I was going to get last year for Christmas, but I wasn't a fan of the shells that they had, so I thought I'll wait. But the shells haven't gotten any better, so I just decided to choose one and I placed my order finally. Again, had issues with my back, so I've taken a tablet, and yeah, that's it for this day. So here I just spent the day editing the video. I also placed a pop mart order. I saw that they had restocked the Crybaby plush pendants, so I ran. I ran to check out. I really wanted this one, so I stuck in a picture of the one I really wanted. And there's also a brown version that's like in the shape of a little bear, and she's so cute. So I just wanted those two, but I wasn't going to trust my luck, so I just bought the entire collection. It's because I have the worst luck possible and with my pulls, so it's just safer for me to get them all. I think on this day it was just a very chill day. It's a Sunday, so I think I just spent the day making a thumbnail, finishing the edits on the video and uploading it. But I finally got to use my Alice in Wonderland sticker sheet, so I got to do a bit of layering, and I like how this page looks together, especially how it matches the pink on this side. So yeah, I enjoyed how the spread came together. I also kind of hyperfixated over Sunny Angels for a very brief time, but nothing really. I think because there was like a new release of, uh, they have on little raincoats, and yeah, that was too cute. But yeah, nothing really happened from that, so we can move on. Here I just spent this is like so boring and depressing, but it's on brand. Yeah, I just spent the day working. I did a bit of journaling as well, and I stuck in my video thumbnail because I really like how that turned out. And here I am stuck in the We're All Mad here sticker from my Alice sticker sheet, and that's just because dealing with any South African government office will have you thinking that you're actually the crazy one, because the level of incompetency is truly shocking. So yeah, this was not a good day. And that's all the time I would like to spend on reliving this. So moving on, I don't actually remember what happened here, and I'm just too lazy to try and read it and decipher my handwriting. I do enjoy the collage elements that I have here. The two pages don't actually match, but I like this page, like this half of the page on its own. Here is a sticker from my blind boxes. They had finally arrived and I was so excited. It's always a bit nerve-wracking when you have the entire collection in front of you. I always think, oh, should I open it or should I just return it and get my money back? Like, do I want my money back or do I want the figures? So I end up staring at the box for far too much time and I do end up opening it. So I did open it. Normally, I don't use the stickers that I get with any of my purchases. I just tend to save them and never use them and hoard them forever. But this time I just decided to sticker into my journal, and boy, do I regret that. The sticker paper, I think it's like a really thick vinyl that they've used, so it's good for the purpose. I don't think it was intended to be stuck in a book, especially one with such a thin paper, so it's actually warped the page. And this is why I'm never impulsive and I always overthink my decorating for this exact reason. But I did end up getting the two colorways of the plush pendants that I wanted. Obviously, I bought everything, so that was fun. And now I have far too many. Friday, I spent all day waiting for my Tamagotchi to be delivered in the hope that it would be delivered, and spoiler, it was not. That was so disappointing. Mostly because I had already planned how I would spend my weekend, and it revolved around taking care of my new Tamagotchi. So it sucked so badly that I now have nothing planned. So I needed to find something that would fill in the void, and thankfully, season two of Secret Lives of Mormon Wives was out. So I binge watched that all of Saturday. I did go out on this day. I got new glasses. I went to order new glasses and also spent some time doing shopping and spending way too much money. And then got back home and continued my binge of Secret Lives. I continued watching that on Sunday. I still think season one was better than season two. The season was kind of frustrating though, but Taylor Frankie Paul, boy was she made for TV. She is so great. She's the best part of that show, and Macy. I ended up finishing the show like by midday, so I decided to start a puzzle just because I felt like I needed to do something. I couldn't record a video on this day either. There was a lot of noise with my neighbors and construction and everything, so it was pointless trying to record something. I just decided to build a puzzle while I had YouTube playing in the background. Finally, the day had arrived. My Tamagotchi Angel was delivered. I was so excited. I got the Angel Party shell, which is not a shell that I would ordinarily have chosen. It's so beautiful, like in person. I don't have it out. I should have actually. I'll probably insert a picture of it. I'm really pleased with the shell that I chose. I always make sure that whichever shell I get, it has pink buttons. I don't know, it's just a thing, and it's completely irrational, but that's just what I do. So I stuck in this picture. I didn't stick it down just because I thought I would come back in and write about the device and which character I got and everything. But now I'm like over that idea that I initially had, and this is also the bad paper, so I just don't really care about filling in the blank space. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna leave this in. I will stick this down if this curls too much or irritates me when I'm flipping through, but for now I'm just gonna leave the page as is. And then I decided to be ambitious and run 3 Tamagotchis at once, which I mean, it wasn't that difficult. So that's what I did. It was also, can't remember if it was a slow day work wise or not, but I did have three running, I think for the entire week actually. There were also leaks around the new modern color screen Tamagotchi. So that was fun. Like each year around this time, it's the most fun for Tamagotchi news and being in the community. Like last year was the Tamagotchi Connections re-release, and nothing's actually topped the community hype since that. But yeah, it's always fun. So that's what I did. Here I stuck in a picture of the Tamagotchi Paradise shell. I absolutely hate these shells. They look so ugly. It looks so cheap. Like everything about it, I hate. The only appeal is the gameplay, and gene mixing is back, albeit with limited capacity, but it's still exciting to try it. So I did pre-order Purple Sky. It's only a July release anyway, so there's still a bit of time. But yeah, that's what happened. I had a meeting at work, which, as meetings go, kind of a waste of time. And yeah, that was that. Yeah, I finally finished my puzzle. It literally took me, I think, 4 or 5 days, which is not normal. I think it was 5 days actually. And yeah, that I never take that long to finish a puzzle, especially because this is just 1,000 pieces. But this was so difficult, and I normally redo puzzles like after a few months. I will go through the rotation of all my puzzles and redo them. I do not think I'll be redoing this one. It got to a point where I was just like, why am I even doing this? Am I having fun, or do I just want to complete it? So yeah, don't think I'll complete that. Here, I just stuck in a picture of my stir fry lunch. The picture didn't turn out that great. I don't think I checked the correct printer settings before I printed this picture, which is a shame. But yeah, so that's what I have here. This is also the bad paper, so I didn't want to spend too much time writing it. But I do like the layout. There is a empty row, like an empty line on the top and at the bottom, as well as between the two pictures. So I am most likely going to do this at some point in the future in a more aesthetic way, where the pictures actually look like they belong together. Here, there was not much happening. It was kind of a quiet work day, so I had, and it was really cold, so I mainly just spent the day huddled up in front of TV, and I started watching High Potential, which I saw little clips of on Instagram and decided may as well try it since it was on Disney Plus. It was okay. I like the premise of it. I tend to not enjoy shows where like the lead is such a know-it-all over the rest of the cast, because it doesn't really make sense to me. Like, how are the other people so bad at their job, and then this one person is now the answer to everything? So I don't know. It was okay. I did end up finishing the season. There are quite a few character story developments that would be cool to follow. I don't know if I will continue watching season 2, though. I may just Google and see what happens. Nothing else really happened on this day. I do love this picture. I think I found it on Tumblr, and I think the color just matches the rest of hobonichi's theme for me so well. And then I just stuck on a quote that says, "I'm tired. These people make me feel like I have a hole in the middle of me," on top of that picture. It's like a teacup, and inside it has daisies, and it's just so beautiful. This day I just recorded a video. This was my stationery wish list, and I spent the day editing it and completely finished the video. And then I realized I actually hate this, so I scrapped it. So that's why there was no video last week, because I decided I didn't like it. I don't actually know if there was a valid reason or if I just thought it wasn't good enough. I may upload it or do another version of it. I don't know, but yeah, that was a bummer. I did also start playing Stardew Valley for the first time ever, so that was fun, and I continued. This was I had like a day off. There was very little work. On this day, it was a fairly quiet day, so I finished all my work, and then I was playing Stardew Valley for the rest of the day. I was initially very overwhelmed just because I didn't watch any videos on the game, nor did I want to research any guides about it. So it was challenging. It was definitely challenging, but it was fun once I got into it. I have been so obsessed with this game since I started playing it, and the little chickens are my favorite. So I just stuck in this little picture of this chicken. Okay, moving on, here I have the sticker, and I wrote in my face when I have meetings that could have been an email. Literally. I also took tablets because of my back pain, and I spent my lunch playing Stardew Valley. Oh, here I unboxed the rest of my plush pendants. So when they first arrived, I just unboxed it. I looked at the card to see what was inside and just opened the two that I wanted and kept the rest sealed. But I decided I'm just gonna unbox everything. So I did unbox everything on this day and um, stuck in more of my Alice in Wonderland stickers just because there is a character within the Crybaby series that is inspired by Alice, so I thought that was pretty fitting. And I like how I decorated this. I also have my icon dot sticker here of my Switch because again, I've been playing Stardew Valley nonstop. Um, this I clearly got a delivery, but I don't remember. Was it my Tamagotchi? No, that had already happened by this time. I am at a loss. And that didn't. Oh, this was. I wrote it. I literally can't even read which accessories delivered. I think because this sticker I had originally. The sticker had come with my Crybaby plush pendants, but because it matches this color scheme, I stuck it here instead. Um, Ordinarily, I don't keep stickers that come with packages and deliveries just because like germs. But I think this one was inside the box, so that's why I saved it. Um, anyway, I got new Switch games. I got two Switch games. I think I mentioned them previously that I wanted to get the Kirby game and the Pokemon one, so I did pick up those. And I purchased the new Joy Cons. I got the pink Joy Cons. I think I have a picture of them somewhere. Oh yeah, yeah. I have a picture of it here. I am just obsessed with it because this is now how my Switch looks and I love it so much. As much as I love the white Joy-Cons that come with the OLED Switch, I was terrified of getting Joy-Con drift with them and then I can't just repurchase white Joy-Cons. So I figured I'll just play with the pink ones and if anything goes wrong, hopefully nothing does, then I can just get new ones. But yeah, I'm so obsessed with how my Switch looks now. And that just brings us to the end of May. I did stick in this picture of Snoopy. I think it's from their Instagram, and we love Snoopy. So yeah, that's been it. June so far has not been the vibe. I hope that was just a this week thing and that it does get better. I may as well show you what May look like in my TN. So it was definitely a very Alice in Wonderland theme, clearly. So I did set up my June page, but I won't go into that too much. I want to reread A Diary of Blood. So I think I'll be brave enough to finish Manacled and then I'll start with that. Um, just feeling really like moody vibes this month, and I kind of just need the comfort of that. Yeah, so anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.